Welcome back to College Basketball Bracket Science. The AP poll was just released, so we have to do a reaction video to it, along with earlier this morning the Kenpom preseason rankings, which for those who don't know, Kenpom is it's based on results. It is a predictive metric. It is based on your team's efficiency. Overall, it is the best metric to use out there. I can confidently say that in terms of ranking the overall teams. So they came out with their preseason rankings. They do 1 through 360-ish, while the AP poll does their top 25. More people will lean towards the AP poll being more important just because that's the number that pops up on the side when the season starts. That's what makes college basketball great, the rankings. You get to rank these teams every single week. You get to show who is the best team in the country. That's why college football, college basketball have so much of an appeal. So we're going to go through the list of the AP poll, 1 through 25, including some of the other receiving votes after that, just to freshly note some of the teams that were left off, surprisingly, some of the teams that made it onto the AP poll that might have not been expected or just haven't been there in a while. So we're just going to do a reaction video here. We're going to start with the AP poll, and then we will get into the Kenpom rankings, which, quite frankly, is more realistic in terms of how good the teams will be, I would say. But the AP poll, it's just great to just rank these teams in order. Love the AP poll. They might not be the best at some points, but love that this is a part of college basketball. All right, let's start with it. Number one ranked overall team. You might have got some foreshadowing there, some subtle foreshadowing as the new TikTok trend sends. Kansas Jayhawks, number one team in the nation. This was very expected. I fully expected Kansas to be number one, and Alabama is number two. Remember we mentioned, I had said it on numerous podcasts. Kansas should be number one. If they're not number one, it would be Alabama. Alabama is number two. As expected, Alabama fully deserves to be there. Number three is the back-to-back defending champion UConn Huskies, third best team in the nation. Do they have the third best roster in the nation? No chance, but they have the best coach in the nation. They are third. Houston is fourth. Iowa State is fifth. Gonzaga is sixth. Duke is down at seventh. Did not expect this. I thought Duke was going to get some votes to be the number one overall team. They got 0 first-place votes. Gonzaga got a first-place vote. Duke did not. I thought Duke was going to be in the top 4 for sure. Top 5 at worst, but they are down at 7. Gonzaga and Iowa State ahead of Duke. Cooper Flagg not being thought upon as highly as I quite frankly thought from the AP voters. Baylor is number 8, North Carolina is number 9, and Arizona is number 10. Let's stop right here for a second. This is fully what we expected the top 10 teams to be. Maybe not in this particular order. Remember, it was kind of Arizona or Auburn at 10. Arizona, right there. They do have them at number 10. Now, we have to mention there are 5 teams from the Big 12 in the top 10. Kansas, Houston, Iowa State, Baylor, and Arizona. Yes, Arizona is in the Big 12, remember. 5 teams from the Big 12 in the top 10. Incredible stuff there. Now, Auburn is number 11, and Tennessee is number 12. Tennessee, a little high, in my opinion. I don't think they're a top 12 team this year. Texas A&M, way up at 13. I love Texas A&M. I kind of thought they were a sleeper this year. Obviously not that big of a sleeper if the AP poll is ranking them 13th. Purdue down at 14. I fully expected Purdue to be 10, 11, or 12. They're way down at 14. Creighton is at 15. And 2 teams that missed the NCAA tournament last year who have loaded rosters, Arkansas and Indiana at 16 and 17. Marquette is down at 18. Texas down at 19. Cincinnati, yes, Cincinnati. Very anticipated season this year. They are in at 20. Florida at 21. UCLA in the Big Ten this year, reminder, at 22. Kentucky is ranked. A lot of questions on would Kentucky be ranked. I expect them to be in the 20 to 25 range. They are 23rd, so right in the middle of that. Ole Miss, running Rebels. They are here at 24, and Rutgers, the star freshmen, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, round out the top 25 at 25th. I figured they were going to be ranked. They would find a way to get them ranked. So a few notables in the other receiving votes. This is what I think is the most fun to talk about, just the most shocking. Illinois is not ranked. Illinois, not ranked. I'm lower on Illinois than most people. I did expect them to be ranked, though. Not ranked. Interesting there. St. John's also not ranked. Did not expect this one. I thought St. John's would be 24, 25-ish. I didn't think Ole Miss would be ranked. I didn't know if Cincinnati would be ranked. I quite frankly thought Illinois would be ranked and St. John's would be right on the cusp. Xavier also not ranked. Good, good. That means they're a sleeper. That means their odds will be better to win some big games. I think Xavier should be a top 20 team, quite frankly. And the biggest mistake that the AP poll made, I am fully convinced of it, is Texas Tech not being ranked. I think Texas Tech is a top 15 team in the country, maybe top 20. I mean, you might say top 20, but I would rank them top 15. I think Texas Tech's roster is loaded. I think that's a little disrespectful that Texas Tech is not ranked. I personally would not have Rutgers, Ole Miss ranked. I would also have Creighton a lot lower, but I would definitely have Texas Tech as that team that jumps way up. Also in the other receiving votes, some notable teams not ranked. Wake Forest is not ranked. Not too surprising here, but they are very anticipated this year. So they only 2 teams in the ACC are ranked in the preseason AP poll, and they're both top 9 teams, Duke at 7, North Carolina at 9, and then it is Wake Forest after that. Kansas State also not ranked, no surprise here. Michigan State, a little bit surprising that they are not ranked. They are 32nd right now in terms of the AP poll. Same goes with Ohio State. They are tied with Michigan State at 32nd for the AP poll. So 2 Big Ten teams left off there. That means Rutgers predicted in terms of the AP poll to finish higher than Illinois, Michigan State, Ohio State, and even Michigan, who is next on our list, along with Oregon. Haven't even gotten to Oregon yet. So Big Ten, just kind of what we talked about. A lot of good teams. No real great teams. Purdue ranked the highest out of them at 14 there. Indiana next at 17. Some other notable teams that got some votes. BYU got 14 votes. McNeese State got 11 votes. Yes, the first mid-major we're going to talk about here outside of Gonzaga. Gonzaga is not a mid-major. They are spectacular. Miami also got 11 votes. Boise State got 9 votes. St. Louis, Josh Schert's squad, got 9 votes. Clemson got 9. Providence 9. Mississippi State got 6. VCU got 6, the favorites to win the A-10 this year. Wisconsin got 5. St. Mary's 5. Louisville, off of their pathetic Kenny Payne performance, got some votes in the AP poll at 4. UAB got 4. Arkansas Little Rock, for some reason, got 3 votes. Not quite sure about that one. Grand Canyon deservingly got a few votes at 3. Arizona State got 2 votes. San Diego State got 2. Princeton 2. High Point 1. And then surprisingly, Maryland only got 1 vote. I thought there was a chance Maryland, I didn't think they were going to be ranked, but I thought they were going to be one of the highest other receiving votes. They're kind of got some high expectations this year. Only 1 vote. Kind of shocking here. So that is just a quick little reaction of the AP poll. Kansas, your number 1 overall team. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to get into the Kenpom rankings for the upcoming season. Are you looking to support your school with a nice college t-shirt that is not only stylish, but also comfortable? I have got the shirt for you. Take a look at our basic approach to a t-shirt without all the big logos, strictly getting to the point, just showing your team's name. These shirts are comfortable, they're stylish, they're basic, there's not too much going on. They come in the colors white and gray. They are a great deal right now. Go check them out on our website, bracketscience.org, link in the description. All right, so Kansas is number 1 in the AP poll. Houston is number 1 in the Kenpom poll. No surprise here. Houston is always loved by the computers. In fact, they are 3 points higher in terms of their net rating than everyone else. Kenpom has Duke at 2, Auburn at 3, Alabama at 4. Now, this kind of just coexists with what happened last year. If you guys don't remember, a quick little recap of the rankings at the end of last season. So UConn obviously ended up first. They were dominant. Houston was second in the final Kenpom rankings. Purdue was third. Auburn was fourth. Computers loved Auburn all year. Remember, this is a predictive metric. This is not just, people voting for it. It's a predictive metric. Tennessee finished 5th. Duke was 7th as being even a 4 seed. I know they made the Elite 8, but Alabama ended up 14th. So it's kind of these same teams that always lean towards the top. Alabama is 4th. UConn is 5th. Kansas down at 6th. I thought Kansas would be top 3 or 4 for sure, but 6th in KenPom's preseason. We'll see. We'll see what that means for the Jayhawks. Iowa State, always loved by the metrics. They're at 7th. Arizona at 8th. Gonzaga at 9th. And Purdue at 10th. So it is almost the same top 10 outside of Auburn being at 3rd and Purdue at 10th. Teams we are missing is Baylor is ranked 11th and North Carolina is down at 14th. A few other just notable ones to go over. We won't go through all of these teams. Villanova is 20th. This was the most shocking one when it came out earlier today. Now the polls or the Kenpom ratings did like Villanova last year. They were ranked a little bit higher than you'd think. They were 37th at the end of the season, even just going 18 and 16. So still a pretty high ranking, which means that maybe they just got unlucky in some sort of instances. But they are 20th in this season's preseason poll. Arkansas is down at 25th. Dayton is 27th. So remember we talked about VCU being the favorite in the A10 according to the AP poll. Dayton seems to be the favorite in terms of KenPom. Xavier is down at 30. Ohio State at 31, way down there. And then this was, I think, my most shocking one. Indiana down at 39th. Indiana 39th in the KenPom preseason. He's not buying into, obviously there's some questions with their shooting. KenPom not buying into Indiana shooting this year. Oklahoma 40th. I think I picked Oklahoma second to last or third to last in the SEC. I quite frankly have no idea why they're 40th in this ranking, but hey, maybe there's hope for Porter Mosier's squad. We also got Kentucky down at 42 according to KenPom. That's like a bubble team, right on the bubble. Will they fall that low? I don't know. Ole Miss is down at 47, where they were ranked in the AP poll, so there's a lot of fluctuation there. Boise State is the highest ranked Mountain West team. I know there's a lot of questions on the Mountain West this year. You got Boise State, New Mexico, Nevada, San Diego State, all should be competing. KenPom did pick Boise State, which is actually my favorite to win it. And then last, we will just talk about, the only team I want to talk about is Louisville. Louisville up to 64. Louisville all the way up there. In the team, Louisville is right behind Rutgers at 63. So Rutgers way down there. KenPom not buying into the freshmen. Louisville right behind them. Nice to see Louisville up kind of, not in the 200, 300 range as like Kenny Payne had them at. So that's it. Just a quick little blind reaction. I'd love to see some of the teams, if I missed a few, that you think were, wow, way too high in one of these polls, way too low in one of the polls. Let me know. Love to hear from it. It's just a quick little podcast going over a quick reaction on this. We are going to be back soon with the SEC preview. That is our last preview. We will release that later this week. And then we're going to get into some of the real previews, some betting previews, some of the best bets. We're going to start talking about week one, some of the big games to look at. Oh, man, it's exciting. It's right around the corner. We have about 20 days until March Madness, 21, 22 days, somewhere around there. Man, not March Madness, till college basketball. I wish it was till March Madness. We got a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff coming up. Remember, before you leave, click the like button, click that subscribe button, click the notifications. We got some cool stuff coming up from the Bracket Science brand, so you don't want to miss out on that. Everyone have a great rest of their week. Take care.